Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bilbao Revival. Today we bring you, as you can see on screen, home game against Atletico Madrid, who see themselves in 7th, and then a game against Malaga, just to finish off this first half of this season, because we go into the winter break after this, and we'll be back after that, hopefully with more of the same stuff going into the season. So today, what have we got coming up? We've got the usual roundup of games of exactly what's gone on. We have got a little bit of transfer news and potentially the Champions League draw for the first round knockout round. Yeah, first knockout round. So we'll see who we get in the Champions League as well. So without further ado, let's get into the kind of what's been going on since we last met. Only literally played a handful of games, 4 or 5 games, 1 in the Cup, 1 in the Champions League and 2 in the League. First off, we played Granada after the Salzburg game. Batista and Munayin both scoring the goals away from home in Granada, and pretty comfortable win, to be fair. John Batista with a 7.8 and Munayin with a 7.1, with Iñaki Williams and a 7.5 as well. Relatively easy win for us. We then followed that up with a highly rotated side against Extremadura in the Spanish Cup at the San Memes. Xavier Naviera and Beñat both scoring the goals within about 10 minutes of each other, and Naviera getting a 7.9 for that one, really good, and Beñat 8.2. People coming into a little bit of form, and that sees us through to the 5th round of the Spanish Cup, where we play Barcelona yet again. So twice in 3 years that we're going to be playing Barcelona in the 5th round of the Spanish Cup. The board runners gets to the semi-finals. It's going to be a very, very tough ask. We then follow that a 2-0 win with a 3-0 win against Getafe at home. Benito Franco, Munayin and Ander Herrera securing us the win, but John Batista picking up an injury. He's going to be out for 2 to 4 weeks with a damaged kneecap. He's been on absolute fire at the start of this season, and hopefully when he does come back, he comes back as strong as he was before he got injured. And then finally another kind of disappointing defeat, really, to be fair. Paris Saint-Germain away, 1-0 loss. Odriozola got sent off. As you can see from the ratings on the right hand side, no one really played particularly well, to be fair. So we've got to bounce back against Atleti and see exactly what we can do in this first game. This is how it all kind of shakes out. So Barca have already played this weekend. They have lost this weekend, so puts us in a commanding position. Real Madrid play after us as well, so we could stay 4 points clear if Madrid win as well. So all in all, it's going to be playing in our hands. And these are the teams that have qualified. But we qualified top of the group, 1 loss, 5 wins, 15 points. Liverpool going to the Europa League. We can play the likes of Bayern, Barca, Benfica, Juve, Spartak Moscow, Celtic and Monaco. So there's some teams you want to miss, but some teams you'll happily take in the first round of the Champions League. Celtic, Spartak, definitely 2 of them, and probably even Benfica in there as well. I think we're better than them. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a kind draw after finishing top of the group. This is going to be the team that's going to be playing against Madrid in this first game. We've got Kepa in goal, Martinez, Nunez, Sanchez are the back line, Monreal and Odriozola are the wing backs, Interaspe, Herrera at midfield, Williams on the right, Munayin in the middle, just behind Benito Franco. A little bit of transfer news: Oscar Gil wants to leave. I'm happy for him to do that, really, to be fair, because we've got youngsters in the B team and the under-19s that can come in and do a job for us, and it just makes that pathway a little bit easier. He's not really playing for me, so if anybody comes in for him, he will be on his way. That's the team. Let's get into this first game against Atleti. So it's a 4-3-3 for Atleti. Diego Costa up top, Saul Koke and Thomas Partey in the middle, Correa on the left, Vitolo on the right. No Griezmann. So where is Antoine Griezmann? Let's see. He is injured, as is Philippe Luis, but Antoine Griezmann is out for another 3 weeks. Haven't really got a decent enough goalkeeper either since losing Oblak. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in the January transfer window. See if they bring anybody in order to fill that gap, really, because it's probably why they're 7th in the league. To be brutally honest with you, let's get passionate and say Go on, lads, show me what you can do to keep our run going. Some of the boys didn't really like that, so I'm hoping I can just change some of this round, and I can. Fantastic. Love to see that. Let's get into the game. We are in our red and white. They're in their chain strip of yellow and black, and hopefully 3 points today against Atleti. First highlight, Franco with a corner, and Ander Herrera is going to pick that ball up, gets the ball into the middle, comes back out to Benito Franco, gets the ball in. Williams is there, a little bit of pinball, back out to Franco, into Williams, into Munayin. Munayin's there, 1-0 to Bilbao. Very scrappy goal from us, really, to be fair. No one could really get the ball under control. It falls to Iker Munayin. Here we go. Let's have a look at this again. Benito Franco whipping that ball in. Martinez, Williams, Malo gets there, gets the head on the ball, into Franco, into Williams. Lovely composure from Iñaki Williams, and Iker Munayin puts us 1-0 ahead just before half time. About 5 or 6 minutes up until then, nothing was happening. Literally no highlights whatsoever. We're dominating the game compared to Atleti on shots on target. So hopefully that will continue. Ander Herrera is bursting into the penalty box, goes back to Odriozola. Can he get a ball in? Yes, he can. Benito Franco's there, knocks it down to Iñaki Williams, out to Monreal, and that's 2-0. Quick fire double from Bilbao. Benito Franco probably should have done a little bit better there, but it fell to Monreal and he just slotted it home. Herrera bursting into that channel as the Mazzala. Back to Odriozola, good ball in. Franco knocking it down to Williams. Williams should have done better, not Benito Franco. It falls to Monreal, and that's 2-0. 2 quick fire goals for the Bilbao, and hopefully that should see us through to half time. And it does see us through to half time. Madrid are drawing with Granada. That will help us even further top of the league if Madrid drop points against Granada. I'm going to bring Munayin off because I don't want him to get injured anymore. I'm going to put Franco back a little bit and just go to the shadow striker role and bring on Martinez. Definitely one to do and one to watch out for. I'm just going to calmly say, don't get complacent. Things can turn around really, really quickly. Keep focused out there, and let's kick off for the second half. Lucas on the left-hand side for Atleti, but Odriozola just gets the ball away from Diego Costa, but they recycle it back to Dimitric in goal for them. Into Koke in the middle of midfield. He's being marshalled by Interaspe, and he's trying to close that down as best he can. Saul out to Angel Correa, into Diego Costa, goes for a shot, and it's high and wide. Kepa had that covered pretty easily, to be fair. Highlight straight after, though, comes our way. Monreal down the left-hand side, into Benito Franco, into Martinez. Can he find the ball through to Ander Herrera? He can. Trying to find the ball out to Odriozola, but there, I think it's Correa who gets in the way. But lovely ball out to Monreal from one wing back to another. Back post, Benito Franco's there. 3-0 to Bilbao. What a ball that was from Odriozola to Monreal. Then Monreal whips the ball in. Benito Franco in that shadow striker role, coming onto it late. 3-0 to Bilbao. Let's see this ball again from Odriozola. What a ping that is from one side to the other. Monreal free space and he whips the ball in. Benito Franco arriving late. 5 minutes into the second half. 3-0 Bilbao. Benito Franco's picked up a little bit of a knock, so we're going to bring Unai Lopez on. He can't play in that shadow striker role, but we're just going to knock him back to the advanced playmaker, which he can play. And I'm going to bring Monreal off as well for Balanzega. I think Interaspe can play a little bit more football going into this last 20 minutes. Unai Lopez back to Balanzega, 2 substitutes in there straight away. Martinez gets ahead of his defender, but can't get the ball in. Played really well so far. He's got into those dangerous areas as Martinez, but just not done enough to put the ball away, unfortunately. We played really well in this game. 20 shots, 9 on target to their 7 and 2. A few injury concerns. We'll see what they're like at the end of the game. But final whistle's gone. 3-0 to Bilbao. Munayin, Nacho Monreal and Benito Franco all scoring a goal. I think Monreal was the man of the match. 8.5 for the veteran left wing back. And really dominant display here from the boys against the very good Atleti side, but being let down by their goalkeeper. Haven't got a replacement in for Oblak just yet. Madrid draw against Granada, so it's 6 points ahead of Real and 7 points ahead of Barcelona. So going into the winter break, that will be fantastic to see. Munayin is going to be out for 5 to 7 days, so he will miss the Malaga game, as will Benito Franco with 5 to 6 days out. And next time we see each other, we will be at the Champions League draw for the first round knockout stage. Here we go then. Champions League, first knockout round. Been seeded for the draw. Let's just get straight into it. We know who we can play roughly. So draw the next team. So Juve will play Dynamo Kiev. Bayern will play us. Bilbao against Bayern München. We play at the Allianz Arena for the first leg, and they come to the San Mamés after that. Let's draw all the rest of the teams. Basque will play City, Celtic Napoli, Benfica, Leverkusen, Paris Saint-Germain and Porto, Spartak Moscow and Inter, and Monaco, Man United. So big draw for us against Bayern München. That will come around about the February, March time, But yeah, could have been, it's probably one of the hardest draws out there. Could have been a little bit better. Haven't had the look of the draw in these Champions League draws just yet, or even in the Spanish Cup draws just yet. Hopefully our time will come where we get the look of the draw in both and possibly go for a treble. But next up, Malaga. I'll see you when we get there. Right, here we go against Malaga. A couple of changes with Raul Garcia, Iñaki Williams, Benito Franco and John Batista all injured. Lopez comes in as the advanced playmaker, and then Carlos Martinez comes in as the advanced forward. The rest of the team remain exactly the same. We have previous against Malaga last season, if you remember. They absolutely walloped us towards the end of the season, 3-0 at their place. So this is a little bit of a vengeance mission for us. None of our players played particularly well in that game, and I'm looking for something a bit different. Let's get straight into it. Let's see what we do against Malaga. Here we go then. Ander Herrera into Odriozola. Through ball to Lopez. He plays it behind Ander Herrera. Not the best of passes, but Monreal down this left-hand side. Lots of space. Can he get the ball in? He can. Martinez there. Flicks it on. Iñaki Williams finishes the ball off. And it's 1-0 to Bilbao. Lovely flicked header by Carlos Martinez. And Iñaki Williams coming in on that right-hand side. Finishes it off. 1-0 to Bilbao. Monreal acres of space down this left-hand side. No one closing him down. Martinez flicking the ball on. And Iñaki Williams on the volley. 1-0 to Bilbao. 25 minutes gone. And looking rosy at the minute. It's Malaga with a corner. Getting into Luis Hernandez. And that's a great save by Kepa. 2 yards out. It was from El Nesri. And a lovely save from the Spaniard there. But pushes it away. And keeps us 1-0 up. Odriozola just before half time, whipping the ball in. Aspe's there and heads it just wide. If you look at the stats at half time, whistle has blown. We're FMing them really at the minute. 4 shots to their 10, 4 shots on target to our 1. All in all, we're not playing particularly well. I'm just going to get a little bit assertive and say I'm far from pleased what I've seen out there, and just want a little bit more from them in the second half, because if that carries on, they will take their chances and they will get back into this game. So let's get it back out there, start the second half, and hopefully it'll be a better performance. Kepa, 5 minutes into the second half, going to play it out from the goal kick. Aspe in the middle of the park, finds Herrera, who finds Martinez, who's isolated a little bit, tries to go on the outside, but good interception by Contral, I think that was, former Real Madrid player. El Nesri on the right hand side into Rolon. Back to El Nesri. Nice patient play down this right hand side. Ivan into El Nesri again. Everything's going through this right hand side into Brownie Dye. That's a good tackle. I think it was from either Nunez or Ander Herrera. And Aspe gets the ball out to Monreal. Can he find someone? Yeah, Ander Herrera. Loads of space in the middle of midfield. And passes it out to Iñaki Williams, who's going to take on his man. Whip the ball into Carlos Martinez. And Carlos Martinez does what he does and scores a goal. It's roles reversed from those two. Martinez assisted Williams in the first half. And Williams has given it back in the second. But Williams here, he's just got acres of space. You can't give a player like that much time. Gives a quality ball in. Martinez is there with 17 finishing now for the youngster, and that's 2-0 to Bilbao. Monreal now down this left hand side into Benya, back to Monreal. Sanchez with the ball at his feet goes back to Nunez, who then tries to find Odriozola, and he recovers well there, Nunez, from his poor pass. Williams down this right hand side, can he get onto that? Yes he can. Martinez is there, but it's too close to Martin Arias, and he launches the ball forward, but Martinez gets the header down to Benyat's feet, into Monreal again, back to Benyat, and we're controlling this game really, really well so far in the middle of midfield. Martinez into Ander Herrera, into Benyat. Can he find a through ball? Yes, he can to Iñaki Williams, and I think he's been brought down. Yes, he has. Ander Herrera is going to pick the ball up and see if he can score from the penalty spot. make it 3-0 with around about 15 minutes to go. Ander Herrera, yes, straight down the middle. 3-0 to Bilbao. 2 clinical performances from Bilbao today, and it's going to see us top going into the winter break. Let's see this again. Ander Herrera just drills it down the middle of the goal. Keeper no chance. 3-0 Bilbao. The referee's blown for full time. 3-0 to Bilbao. A little bit of retribution taken from us against them to what they did to us last season, and same scoreline as well. So definitely got one back on then. Let's see how Madrid got on in their game this week and see how we go into the winter break. So we're now 7 points clear of Barcelona, 8 points clear of Real Madrid, and it's looking very rosy for us in Bilbao, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will continue to be like that in the second half of the season. January is going to be very, very tricky for us. We've got a lot of our players that are wanted. Iñaki Williams, Martinez, Nunez, all wanted by bigger clubs. So if we can keep hold of those, we can have a decent second half of the season. If not, our youngsters, we're probably going to have to step up a little bit sooner than what we thought, and see what they're made of, really, to be fair. We'll come back towards the end of January. We'll come back against Almeria at the San Mamés. We'll go through all of January and the winter break and see what happens to some of our key players. Hopefully we can keep hold of them. If not, as I said, our youngsters will have to step up sooner rather than later. But that's it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out on any more content coming to the channel. Remember to tick that little bell icon right next to the subscribe button, just so you don't miss out on any uploads that are going into your sub boxes. And until next time, when we kind of round up January and see what business we've done, plus we play Almeria, I'll see you soon.